Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the rides that make your heart race and your garage jealous. Today, I'm beyond pumped to bring you something straight out of a time machine with a turbo boost, the 2026 Chevrolet 3100 pickup. If you've ever dreamed of cruising in that iconic 1950s Chevy vibe, but with all the guts and gadgets of tomorrow, buckle up because this bad boy is the ultimate love letter to classic American muscle, reimagined for the electric age and beyond. We've got the full rundown ahead, from every angle to what it'll feel like behind the wheel. And yeah, we'll even talk dollars and cents. If you're into trucks that turn heads at car shows and handle like a dream on the daily commute, hit that like button now and let's roll. Picture this, you're pulling up to a stoplight, and heads are turning left and right because this 3100 doesn't just look like it rolled off the assembly line from 1955. It channels that pure, unfiltered nostalgia while whispering, "I'm way more capable than I let on." Starting up front, the grille is this upright masterpiece with those signature horizontal chrome bars, stacked like they were forged in the golden era of Detroit iron. Bold and boxy, just enough to scream heritage without feeling dated. Flanking it are rounded fenders that curve gracefully into the hood, giving it that wide stance swagger. And tucked into those classic circular housings are sleek LED headlights that pierce the night like laser beams, modern efficiency hidden in vintage disguise. The body-colored bumper sits low and mean, accented by subtle chrome trim that catches the sun just right, and up top, there's this thin LED light bar running the width of the hood line, adding a contemporary glow that says, "Yeah, I'm old school, but I know my way around a highway at midnight." It's all wrapped in paint options that pop. Think deep midnight blue or fiery sunset orange, with those optional two-tone schemes that make it feel like a rolling piece of Americana art, swinging around to the side. Man, this is where the 3100 really flexes its timeless profile. The cab sits tall and proud with a high belt line that gives it this confident, no-nonsense posture, like it's ready to haul lumber to the job site or steal the spotlight at a cruise-in. Those flared fenders bulge out just enough to hint at the muscle underneath, and the running board's polished aluminum steps that gleam like new money make hopping and feel effortless. You'll spot the subtle 3100 badging on the front quarter panels, etched in chrome for that authentic touch. And the wheels? 17-inch polished alloys wrapped in all-season rubber that grip like champs, sized perfectly to fill out those fender wells without overwhelming the classic lines. Door handles are flush and hidden for that sleek aero vibe, and if you go for the deluxe trim, those two-tone paint jobs split the cab from the bed in creamy white over raven black, turning every side glance into a double take. It's proportioned just right, not too long, not too stubby, so it owns the road whether you're weaving through city traffic or bombing down a back road. Now, flipping to the rear, this is where utility meets showmanship in the best way possible. The bed is a full 6.5 feet of hardworking space, lined with spray and protection that's tough enough for payloads up to a ton, but on the higher trims, you've got that optional simulated wood liner, durable composite that looks like aged oak but laughs off scratches and spills. The tailgate drops with a soft close mechanism, no slamming required, and it's got those integrated tie-downs and power outlets for your tools or tailgate party setup. Taillights are a nod to the original's round lenses with that amber glow but packed with LEDs for brightness and longevity. And the Chevrolet script across the tailgate? It's embossed deep, ready to shine under cargo lights that flip on automatically. Bumpers got integrated step pads for easy access, and the whole setup just exudes that built-to-last ethos. Whether you're loading up for a weekend warrior haul or keeping it clean for the boulevard. Alright, let's slide inside because this cabin is where the magic really happens. It's like stepping into a mid-century diner that got a billionaire's tech upgrade. The dashboard sweeps wide with those chrome-ringed circular vents that echo the old gauges, but everything's bathed in soft ambient lighting that shifts colors with your mood or the drive mode. Up front, the gauge cluster is this genius analog-inspired digital setup. Think sweeping needles for speed and RPM that look vintage but update in real time with fuel economy, torque readouts, or even a retro-themed wallpaper of a 50s highway. The seats? They're bench-style up top for that classic 3-across vibe, but the buckets in the deluxe packs are fully bolstered with premium leather or Alcantara that hugs you like a custom-tailored suit, heated, ventilated, and memory set for driver and passenger. Jump to the center console, and it's got this bronze metallic trim running the length, housing a massive 13.4-inch touchscreen that's your command central. Google-built infotainment flies smooth. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto plug right in. And navigation pulls up routes with live traffic while suggesting scenic detours through those backcountry blues. There's a secondary 8-inch driver info screen right behind the wheel for glances at tire pressure or battery status. And don't sleep on the heads-up display projecting speed and nav, arrows onto the windshield, pure sci-fi in a throwback package. Oh, and for fun, there's a throwback radio mode that crackles like an AM station from the 50s, complete with static and era-specific playlists. Rear seating folds flat for extra cargo, and with the 360-degree camera system, packing this beauty in tight spots feels like cheating. Climate control's dual zone with that vintage knob twist feel, but it's smart enough to learn your prefs, and the whole space is wrapped in sound-deadening materials, so highway drone? Non-existent dot now, fire it up or plug it in, depending on your flavor and holy torque. Does this thing deliver? Chevrolet's giving you choices here to match your soul. The gas guzzler route starts with a 5.3-liter V8 under the hood, belting out 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of twist, mated to a slick 10-speed automatic that shifts like butter, whether you're towing or tootling. It revs with that deep, throaty rumble you crave from a classic Chevy, hitting 0 to 60 in about 6.2 seconds flat, and with revised coil spring rear suspension. It soaks up bumps like a luxury cruiser while keeping the bed steady for loads up to 9,000 pounds towed. Fuel economy? Around 18 in the city, 24 on the highway, not bad for old school attitude. But if you're chasing the future, flip to the electric variant on Ultium Bones. Dual motors crank 400 horses instantly. All-wheel drive claws through any weather. And that 300-mile range means cross-country jaunts without a sweat. 0 to 60 blasts under 4.5 seconds with zero drama, thanks to the low center of gravity from the battery pack. Adaptive air suspension reads the road ahead, firming up for corners or floating over potholes, and regenerative braking feels natural, feeding energy back without jerking you around. Braking's confident with those massive discs and handling. Nimble for a truck with a turning radius that laughs at U-turns. Safety's loaded across the board, adaptive cruise that paces traffic like a pro. Lane keeping that nudges you straight, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection. And blind spot cams that pop up on the mirror. The electric model's got hands-free Super Cruise for mapped highways, letting you Netflix and chill, safely of course on long hauls. Bottom line, it's a performer that honors the past but owns the present smooth. Strong and surprisingly efficient. Shifting gears to the wallet side, Chevrolet's pricing this gem to be accessible without skimping on the wow factor. The base gas model kicks off right around 48 grand, getting you the V8 essentials, that killer exterior kit, and core tech like the infotainment and safety suite, plenty for a daily driver with flair. Step up to mid-trims and you're looking at 55 to 60K for two-tone paints, upgraded audio, and those bolstered seats. The electric powerhouse? It climbs to about 65 grand base, topping out just shy of 7OK when you load it with every bell and whistle, like the air suspension, premium audio, and that simulated wood bed. Factor in federal EV incentives, and it could shave 5 to 7 grand off right away, making it a steal compared to other retro modern trucks. Resale? With Chevy's badge and this buzz, it'll hold value like a collector's item. Leasing options start low too, around $500 a month for the gas version, so yeah. It's positioned to tempt without breaking the bank. If this 3100's got you hooked, here's my 2 cents on who should snag one and a couple alternatives to mull over. It's perfect for the gearhead dad who wants to teach the kids about real trucks while zipping to soccer practice emission-free, or the weekend warrior blending car show polish with job site grit-think contractors, restorers, or anyone craving that stop-and-stare factor without sacrificing daily usability. Go gas if you love the roar and unlimited range for remote hauls. Electric if you're all about instant grin and green cred. That said, if budget's tighter, peek at the Ford Maverick Heritage Edition, similar retro charm but more compact and under 3OK, craving more luxury? The Rivian R1T nails electric truck life with off-road chops, though it loses some of that vintage soul. Or stick Chevy and the Silverado EV for heavier towing, but it'll cost you double. Bottom line, if nostalgia with next-gen punch is your jam, hunt this 3100 down. It's a keeper with a ride that was folks from the chrome grinning front tee.